Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin, and in today's video it's going to be another Fortnite tips and tricks video where I analyze my gameplay on how to be a Fortnite god in Season 5. Now you guys have been absolutely loving these videos lately, and I truly do appreciate it. We're over 500,000 subscribers, all thanks to you guys, so thank you so much for all of that. If you guys could smack a like on this video, I would really appreciate that. Let's go for 805 likes. Trying to get back to my roots a little more, and I know people love these videos for me where I analyze gameplay, so that's what we're going to do in today's video. Smack a like, subscribe, and let's talk about it. So this is going to be a pretty high kill, or actually not even that high kill of a win, but it's a good consistent win, and we're going to analyze how I play my games. You know, when I'm going for wins off stream, where basically I want them just to be good and decent amount of kills for a gameplay, I always go tilted towers, and this is sort of how you'll play it. So you'll see off here, the first thing is that you want to get literally like 1 to 3 kills within those first couple seconds or even first couple minutes, because those are kills of people. You can already see there's only 58 people left in this lobby, so people die off super fast. So whether you can get those kills by landing on a weapon, but knowing you'll only do that if you know you're going to land on that weapon first before the other player to take them out for a free kill, or sometimes you land maybe at the top of Trump. If you see an AR on top of a building, you land there, you look out to other buildings, and of course it takes you 4 shots to pick them off because of the damage, unless you find a scar, which then it could take you 3 shots. I mean, it could take you 3 shots if you're hitting them in the head, but that's basically some strategy. Getting those free sort of crap kills, I guess you could call them, early game can really help contribute and make what would be a mediocre gameplay into a good gameplay just simply off of those. So basically what I do here is, after I do those and get those first couple kills, my mindset immediately switches over to where can I get those scrap kills or crap kills, to where can I find a shotgun, and where can I find shields. Those are my main priorities as soon as I first get into the game, and that's basically what I'm doing. Here I have those minis there. I see those minis up on the ground, but I'm in the middle of a bunch of different gunfights, and this will happen when you go to tilted towers. And basically what it will come down to is, as you guys can see, I want to, you know, break these pallets to sort of get some materials, because that's a good way to do it, but I also want to make sure that I'm healthy and blocking off areas. Now, third partying is a common reason where even a good player cannot really fight back against that. All you have to do is, when a situation gets too hot, you have to diffuse the situation basically and leave. That's sort of what I did there. I duck in. I have a med kit, of course, from earlier, which I'm saving, and that's something that, you know, I got to even get better at more, is like when there's a bunch of stuff early game, just pick it all up, because of you taking it, it means so the enemy can't get it, even if you don't need it that bad. The only problem with that is organizing your inventory. Now on PC it's a lot easier because you can just like slide and swipe your inventory. On console, you have to actually go through it manually and move it around. But as long as you can keep track of that and not get lost in your inventory, which can be a common mistake for more casual players, you can actually do quite well. So right here, I hear this guy. I know where this guy is. And I'm simply rushing these players because I realize the setup that I have. I'm basically shotgun AR as of right now, but I do have extra minis. And whenever you have extra shields or extra you know, basically health in your inventory, you have to take advantage of that. I realize I can basically rush this guy because of the fact that I really don't need that. Now, my inventory right now is not really the best. You know, obviously I want, with this new meta, I've talked about it a million times, you sort of have to have a finishing weapon. And that's when I realized, you know, I want this drum gun as my finishing weapon. And then I'm like, wait, if I'm leaving 1 mini there anyway, why not just pop it and get that extra 4 shield? I sort of remember what I was thinking in this gameplay, and obviously when I'm watching back, I go exactly back to that thought process, even though this game was from a couple days ago. Now, the drum gun. This is something I want to talk about today. A lot of people are saying the drum gun is the best gun in the game after the recent nerfs to the P90, to the SMGs, and the thing is, the drum gun does still have better range than those ones. It also has more recoil, but the main thing about the drum gun that sort of holds me back from it is I know how good of a weapon it is, and it's great to have it late game or whatever, but when you're sharing ammo between medium ammo between an assault rifle and a drum gun, it can be kind of tricky. I guess it can put you in sort of bad situations, and that's where you'll see some people run drum gun as their main weapon, then a shotgun, then like a P90 or an SMG. But for me personally, that just puts me too much in a situation where I can't really survive at range. Right here, I actually push that guy, and he starts to melt me with that weapon, and that's where you sort of get into trouble. But what I have here is a chug jug, and I make sure I need to pop this off, and I'm making sure I'm listening and using my audio cues. Audio is so important in this game. There's certain video games like League of Legends, certain Call of Duties, where you can play those games, you can listen to a podcast, you can listen to music, you can watch videos while playing, literally. Fortnite is not like that. Fortnite is a very competitive game, even though it looks like a cartoon, and some people say, "What is that cartoony game?" Some people might say. The thing is, like, this game is very competitive, and you need to have all senses on at all times. That's why, the only reason I'm able to pop that chug jug is because I have audio cues. If I was blasting Young Thug or Drake in my headphones right there, I would have no idea when I'm going to get rushed and get killed, and that's basically what I'm able to do there, come out of tilted with a good amount of kills. I think I scratched up 1 or 2 more kills, and then I cut the gameplay to over here, where I find another guy, and sort of once you get out in the open, things go a lot more in your favor. And that's why if you're a good player and you're out in the open, you can sort of control the gunfights where your main objective should be, of course, to win every gunfight, but it should be to win them in a timely fashion and without taking damage. Tfue recently got a gameplay, I think, where he got like 22 kill win without taking any damage, and that's something that when you're a good player and you're doing well and you're getting victories and different stuff like that, focusing more on not taking damage is a key, because it allows you to hold on to those heals to not deal with so much pressure. If you take out an enemy, third parties are going to happen. This is how games go in the mid game nowadays. Early game it's easy to find people, late game it's easy to find people. So what I say is, if you want to get kills, those are the 2 times you capitalize, right? But mid-game, you sort of walk around, you loot, you farm up trees, and you get materials and different stuff like that. But then whenever you do get in a fight, and this is even more prevalent with squads and duos, because people, of course, travel in packs like wolves. But even in solos, you get into a fight, people are going to show up there and like try to third party or even fourth or fifth party your fight. I mean, it happens in this gameplay right now. It happens all the time, and that's why not taking damage is even more key. Even if you have those heals, sometimes people are coming in. People realize they want to third party fights. People know that's a good advantage to do, and that's a good way to play. And that's why you have to be always cautious for that. So you can see right here, this guy makes a nice little edit, gets a few shots in on me. But I'm sort of playing it cautious, and I'm making sure I take my time, I pop minis, use everything before you die in your power. I have a decent amount of materials here. I have this grenade launcher, and don't get lost in your inventory. Sometimes when I'm playing like on live stream or something like that, I will forget that I have a grenade launcher because I'll be so locked in on build, P90, shotgun build. You got to remember what you have and know exactly when to use it. A grenade launcher can be very good as long as you're using it properly. And of course, because of the nerf that came through. Now, this is like a while ago now, maybe like a month ago. You have to be a bit more, a bit smarter, I guess you could say, a bit more smart, whatever the proper grammar is. It's kind of ironic right there. But with your grenade launchers, bullets, or your RPGs, you really have to be smart with those and sort of learn the bounce patterns and different stuff like that. I use them right here just to clear this out and sort of find where this guy's at below me, but I also see this guy off in a distance, so I'm taking this advantage to get that pre-damage off and sort of crack players, which I talked about this in like my last tip video. Doing damage to people before you actually go for that build fight or that close range engagement is a major key. Now, I realize I hit that guy a couple times. I know I didn't hit him for that much, but this is what I'm talking about. Solos, it's going crazy right now. Everything is happening. This guy's building up, so I immediately shoot him down, and then I try to block him off. Unfortunately, he gets on top of me, which is not very good. You don't want you want to ideally shoot that guy down so he takes fall damage. You still have height advantage and everything like that. But because of that, and because whenever someone has height advantage over you, what I like to do is, unless you think you can easily get up there and beat them, reset the fight, create distance between them, and then sort of do what you want once that is reset. This fight is completely reset. Once again, I'm getting shot in the back. I probably should have covered my back earlier there, now looking back. Of course, you can't do everything in the moment. You have to make split-second decisions, and decision making is such a major key in this game. That's what separates a good player, theoretically, with good aim and good building skills. A lot of people can build fast, a lot of people can aim, but not everyone chooses the right thing to do. I'm able to take this guy out, and I'm able to, sort of maneuver here, make sure I'm always using my minis before I engage, and keeping track of enemies, which I talk about is a major key when you get down to those top situations. You really have to keep track of enemies and sort of know where the players that you're fighting are at. So right now I realize you sort of have to realize what your next priority is. My priority right now is to loot this guy, see what he has for me, and then to farm up materials because I have literally nothing. Now, I was hoping this guy would have something. Obviously, he was rocking that astronaut skin. He wasn't the smartest player. So I'm going into this with very low materials. And this is a top 4 situation. I really need to have more mats. So that's what I'm on the lookout for. I'm looking and making sure to loot every single thing I can right there. I actually miss a P90 now that I'm looking back at that. What was I thinking? There was actually a purple P90 there. Anyway, there's only 3 people left. And of course, when there's 3 people left, you want to try to third party that last fight and get them while they're weak. I see some materials over here of the guy that I shot out of the sky. Of course, upgrading my guns. But while doing that, you want to do it quickly. A lot of people take too long. It's not that important, man. You just do it quick. Move on, and of course that comes with time and experience. Anyway, this guy takes this guy out, and I realize you want to push people right after they fight because they're either A, looting, B, weak, or C, just not expecting a fight. You know, and I have this guy up against the ropes, and I realize right here that the right play is to actually bounce pad into the actual zone. Unfortunately, I get really unlucky, hit a tree. Still pays off though, because I have good shotgun aim. I'm able to hit that heavy shotgun. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. That's how to be a Fortnite god, sort of analyzing my moves, why I do certain things, and some things that you can definitely pick up on from watching just the gameplay and also listen to my commentary over it. Drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Have a great night, and I'm out. Peace.